Good morning, boys and girls. Today we don't have any lesson papers. We're still talking about the letter Z. Z. We're going to sing Who Let the Letters Out. It starts with the A and goes all the way to the Z with our actions. And I hope that my music will play. So we're going to start that right now because I've tested it and it was playing. So you might want to stand up and get ready for this. And let's see if it's going to work for us.
G out, G, 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 G. Who let the H out? Who let the I out? I, I, I. Who let the J out? J, 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 J. Who let the K out? Who let the L out? Who let the M out? Who let the N out? Who let the O out? Who let the P out? Who let the Q out? Who let the R out? Who let the S out? Who let the T out? Who let the U out? Who let the V out? Who let the W out? Who let the X out? Who let the Y out? Who let the Z out?
Very nice. I was able to remember all those actions. Those are fun, aren't they? And each action goes with each letter. And remember, we had some special letters in our room that they had the clothespins, the yellow clothespins up above them, and that meant they were special, and they got to make two sounds. But when we do Who Let the Letters Out, we only make one sound for each letter. So just remember that there are some special letters, a very small group, and they're called vowels. And they make two sounds. They say their own name, like the U. It says U, and it also says like you're opening up an umbrella. The A says A. It says its own name. That's the first sound. So you hear it. A. That's the first sound. Like ape or ate. I ate an apple. But then it makes the second sound, ah, and these were ants crawling up our arms. Then we have the E, and it says its own name. E, that's the first sound it makes. It always says its own name if it's a vowel. And then it says like egg. And this is our egg, and we're breaking it open. Okay, so A, E, then we have the I, and it says its own name, I, but it also says like you have an itchy nose, okay? A, E, I, and then the O. The O, it says two sounds. The first sound, it makes its own name. It says its own name, like O, and then it says like this was our light switch. Remember, that's what we were doing. We were doing on and off. So those are the two sounds that the O makes. A, E, I, O, and then U. It says U, it says its own name, and then it says like open up an umbrella. And then there's a rule that says, and sometimes why. But you don't have to worry about that right now. But can you say the 5 vowels with me? Say A, E, I, O, U. That's all I want you to worry about right now are those 5 true vowels. Say vowel, okay? That's the name of that group. They are vowels, and they're special. They make 2 sounds. Let's say them one more time. A, E, I, O, U. Very good, and you can practice those. And that's just something else we learn when we learn our alphabet and we learn how to read. All that's very important. So I have the Alphabet Adventure by Audrey Wood and by Bruce Wood. Look, they have the same last name. I wonder if they're husband and wife. They may be. Maybe Audrey Wood wrote the words. She's the author. And maybe Bruce Wood, maybe he did the pictures. I'm not for sure about that, but we'll see. All right. Alphabet Adventure. All right. The letters from Charlie's alphabet had worked hard all summer, learning how to be a good team. At last, their teacher, capital T, was taking them away from Alphabet Island to their first day of school. They could hardly wait. It was time for them to help a child learn his ABCs. So now we know that this is fiction, which is not true. This came from the author's imagination. So someday maybe you could imagine a fun story, and not even someday, you could do it today. Think of a fun story that you would like to imagine, and you could make a great, great story. All right. So summer's over for the alphabet. They're done with their school. All right. Hang on. I think I missed a page. No, I didn't. Okay. But as they were marching over a little bridge, the little letter I tripped on a bump. It tripped, so it's upside down. "Help!" she cried, tumbling into the water below. Working together, the letters quickly made a chain and rescued little I. So look at the chain they made, and they were able to rescue little I out of the water. "Good work, Charlie's alphabet," capital T said. "Now please return to your alphabet order." So they have to be in a certain order. So like when we sing the alphabet song, we sing them in a certain order or sequence. All right. The little letters were so excited that many of them forgot their correct places. Oh boy. Some didn't face front or stand straight, and others turned upside down. "Try again," capital T exclaimed, "and this time call out your names." That might help them, right? That might help them get in the correct order. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. They called out their names in perfect order. So they were in the perfect sequence from A to Z. Well, but something was wrong with one of the letters. What could it be? I'm going to let you look. See if you can find out if there's something wrong with one of the letters. They're in the perfect order or sequence, but something is missing from one of the letters. See if you can figure it out before I turn the page. And if you don't, we're going to call this a cliffhanger. It means when we turn the page, we'll begin to figure out the mystery. Okay, I'm going to turn the page, boys and girls. Don't worry if you didn't have time to find it. No big deal. We'll work on it together. Little I, so here's the teacher. Teacher begins with a T. Teacher's talking to little I. Your dot is missing. Is that what you noticed, boys and girls? Let me go back. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Remember, boys and girls, if you can't just look and find the letter I, start with the A and start with the A and say the letters until you get to the letter you're looking for. So did you hear me? I said A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. That's the one we're looking for. So look, he's missing his little red dot. Where do you think it is? Remember he tripped on a bump and fell into the water? They rescued I, but I think they forgot his dot. Oh, mercy. A little I must always have its dot. Well, I had it this morning. I don't know where it is. Capital T said we can't go to school if our I has no dot. Capital T looked in the water. When little I fell in, her dot must have popped off and floated away. Hurry! School begins soon. We must find her dot or we will be late. So her dot is missing. Charlie's alphabet found a boat and hopped in. They traveled through the canals of the island, searching for the dot, but they didn't see it anywhere. I'm looking, boys and girls, to see if I can see it hidden. I don't see it either. We're using our eagle eyes, aren't we, to see if we can find it? Oh, mercy. At last they came to a place where the capital letters, those are the uppercase letters, the big ones, okay, were having a big party. Maybe my dot is at the party, little I said. The little letters searched high and low, but they still couldn't find the dot. Okay. I'm sorry, capital T. I'm afraid little I's dot is lost forever. Each letter had worked so hard to make Charlie's alphabet perfect. Now no one would be going to school. All of the little letters burst into tears. They're so sad. They've worked hard to be a great alphabet to help Charlie. When they get to school, they were going to help a little boy named Charlie learn his alphabet, but they can't go because of poor little I's dot. How do you think they all feel? Sad. Capital I stopped by to see what was the matter. Now here's the capital I. That's the uppercase I. Maybe I can help, he said. Dots love to hide and they're difficult to find, but I have a plan. Capital I whispered his plan to the little letters. So here's the lowercase I. She's bent over, or he or she, bent over crying, usually standing up nice and tall. These almost make you feel like these are people, right? Like, remember the tree named Steve? I almost felt like he was real. He was a real person. That's why it touched me so. It made me kind of sad, but happy in the end. All of the letters except little I raced down the streets of the alphabet island, searching for what they needed to make the plan work. So remember, uppercase I told the lowercase letters his plan. We don't know his plan. Before long, they returned with the things they had found and lined up in alphabetical order. So they're back in their right sequence, starting with A. Let's say it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Where's I? Oh, I is down here. Okay, except I. H, we'll say for I. J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now look at those letters. They all went out and searched for something that began with their letter. A, anchor. B, bug. C, what is C? What are we doing here for C? Boys and girls. Oh, cherry. Sorry, cherry. B, or excuse me, D, diamond, and so on. They each found something. That was the plan. Go out and find something that starts with your alphabet letter. Capital I spoke loudly. Because we cannot find little i's dot, she must choose one of these things to put in its place. All right, let's see if it works. Little I scooted down to S and tried on the star. Ouch, she cried. The points on this star are too prickly. So star, that's what the S found, but that didn't work. She hopped over to little H and tried on a heart. This heart is too heavy, she said. It makes me crumple. So she's kind of down. So H, heart. She bounced back to little B and tried on a bug. I can't wear this, she said with a giggle. It's too wiggly. She's got the ladybug on. Then she noticed little C. I think that bright red cherry looks perfect, she said. It's much nicer than my dot ever was. I don't care if my silly dot stays on Alphabet Island forever. Little I was about to put on the cherry when a teeny tiny weeny whiny voice cried out. Ooh, I wonder who that voice belongs to. I'm not silly. You can't leave me behind. And with that, little I's dot popped out of its hiding place and jumped into its proper spot. Your dot wasn't lost at all, capital I told them. It was just following you around, playing hide and seek. That wasn't nice of that dot to hide, though, was it? I don't think so. Now they were a complete alphabet again. All of the letters hurried to get to school on time. Look how they're getting to school on a pencil. Isn't that cool, boys and girls? Now here's their teacher, uppercase T, and then there's A through Z. And let's look at I. Oh yeah, I's got her dot. So they're a complete lowercase alphabet. That's the little ones. And they're heading off to school because Charlie needs them. Okay, 1 minute before the bell rang, the little letters climbed aboard a yellow pencil and took off. When they arrived at their school, capital T pointed to a boy staring at a blank piece of paper. It's time for you to go to work, little letters, she said. That boy needs your help to learn his alphabet. Can you guess his name, boys and girls? Who is this boy right here? We've said his name throughout the book. The lowercase letters were going to go to school to help him. What's his name? They all looked closely at the boy, and suddenly they knew where they belonged. The little letters were so happy, they jumped for joy. Doesn't it make you happy? It should feel good in your heart when you help someone. And these little letters were going to help Charlie. And that doesn't mean you have to go around and say, oh, guess what? I helped my grandmother today, or I helped my mom today, or I did this really great thing. You don't have to tell everybody about it. You know you did the good thing that helped somebody, and it should feel good in your heart. And that's all that matters. Well, they made their very first word. Now this word is Charlie. So they all helped him learn his first name. Now we know that the first letter of our name is always uppercase. And then the rest of the letters are lowercase. But this is a fictional book. And remember, the only uppercase letter in this story was the uppercase T. And if you put the T there instead of the the C, it'd be Tarly. And that wasn't the boy's name, was it? No. So this was a fictional book, and we just read it, and we know the right way to write our names with the first letter as an uppercase letter. I hope you're practicing your first and last name. Remember, my first name is Lori, and my last name is Schmidt. And we're not talking about our middle names right now. That's super duper if you know your middle name. But just concentrate on saying Lori Schmidt. Okay, your first and last name. That's awesome. Okay, well, a big guy took my ball. This is a Piggy and Elephant book by Mo Willems. And remember, Mo Willems also wrote, hang on, let me find something for you. He also wrote the pigeon books. That's what I was looking for. All the pigeons, Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, Don't Let the Pigeon Eat My Hot Dog. But he also wrote the Knuffle Bunny books. So Mo Willems has written 3 different kinds of books. He's written 3 different sets of books that I know of. The Elephant and Piggy sets, the Don't Let the Pigeon sets, and the Knuffle Bunny sets. So these are fun. And remember the speech bubble. When Elephant is saying it, it's a gray speech bubble. When Piggy's saying it, it's a pink speech bubble. Okay? So you watch closely. A big guy took my ball. Look at his face. What kind of face is that? Sad face, an upset face. And his voice probably sounds like this. So when someone's talking or looking like that, they need comfort, don't they? Gerald! Remember, Gerald is elephant. I found a big ball. And it was so fun. And then a big guy came, and he took my ball. Now, why did Mo Willems write these words really big? What was Piggy doing? Was he saying it softly? No, he was shouting. And look, he yelled so loud that he tipped Elephant over. Mercy. I hope they're outside, because remember, when we're inside voices. I am so upset. Oh, look, his heart is broken. Oh, poor Piggy. This is not good. This is not right. Elephant's a good friend. He's standing up for his friend, isn't he? Big guys have all the fun. What about the little guys? Now, isn't that strange? Because the elephant's a big guy, isn't he? But he's trying to feel like Piggy feels. What makes those big guys think they're so great? Their size? There's a little smoke above his head. That means he's a little angry. Well, I am big too. I will get your ball from that big guy. It's nice to have a friend who will help you and stand up. My hero. Here I go. Let's see how big this big guy is. Ooh. Compare the size. Now, we think elephants are enormous, don't we? But look, I think that's a whale. That's even bigger than... Whoo. And look at him. He's like, oh. See the ball? He's creeping backwards. He's going backwards. He's afraid of the huge, humongous whale. Or I think it's a whale. We'll call it a whale. Did you get my ball back? That is a big guy. You did not say how big he was. He is very big. B-I-G. Big. There's those big letters again. He's bigger than I am. Much bigger. I am smaller than he is. Much smaller. He is so biggy, big. Gerald, you did not get my big ball back, did you? He's thinking, I did not. I did not. I think he's feeling embarrassed. Embarrassed. Excuse me! That's the whale. See the speech bubble? It's not gray like elephant. That's the whale. And he's huge, humongous. So look, his words are gonna be humongous, aren't they? It made them fall over. It was so loud. Thank you for finding my little ball. So who did that ball belong to first? Do you think it belonged to the whale the whole time? And Piggy just happened to find it, didn't he? That is your ball? And you think it's little? When Piggy holds it, it's big, a big ball, isn't it? But when a whale holds it, it is little. Well, I am big. So look at that ball in his flipper. It does look small, doesn't it? So big that no one will play with me. Oh, look how he's feeling. Little guys have all the fun. Big guy, would you like to play whale ball with us? So they're including him, aren't they? They're gonna make up a game that they all three can play together and share the ball. And then everyone's having fun, right? The whale has the ball, but no one will play with him. They don't have a ball, so they could play with him and they all three could have fun. I like that idea. What is whale ball? We do not know. We have not made it up yet. So they're going to think up a plan where they all can play together. With a little help, we can all have big fun. Now, aren't they all happy? They're all happy. And that is a good book. And there's Pigeon. There's Pigeon. The end. I love that. That is a great book. Okay, well, boys and girls, I am going to say goodbye for the day. I want you to practice your skipping and your galloping and saying your first and last name, writing your first and last name with that space in between. Remember, Lori space Schmidt, not Lori Schmidt. Lori space Schmidt. I want you to practice your colors, your shapes, practice some cutting, but you can only cut if your family says you can. And remember, we only cut the paper that our grown-ups give us. We never cut hair, skin, clothes, our doll's hair, our dog's hair, things like that. Only the paper that your grown-up gives you. Some other things you can practice. Let me think. I think that's enough, don't you? Okay. Have a great day. And boys and girls, my heart is sad, but tomorrow is our last YouTube session. And then I'm setting you free to enjoy your summer before school next year. All right? Okay. Have a great day. Mwah, 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 mwah.